How long have you been carving?
Started carving in 1983 due to a injury I had with my back. I was kind of left with, at the time I was very into sports and working out, and had an injury with my back and was laid up and couldn't do anything, and got introduced to a carver in Alton, Illinois by the name of Joe Wanamaker. Kind of went over a couple of nights and just sat with him and watched him, and like the third night I went over there, he handed me a knife and a block of wood and said, start carving, and from there it's just been non-stop just about ever since. Had a few years there where I kind of laid out a little bit, but since we've moved down here to South Carolina, it's been pretty steady.
Pretty steady. Have you always focused on caricatures, or have you done other things as well?
When I first started carving, I got into wood spirit when we first moved down here. Had kind of gotten into the wood spirit and done a lot of barks, done a lot of walking sticks. I can remember buying 200 dogwood sticks one time from a guy in Townsend, Tennessee, and I think I got about 30 of them carved before they got rock hard. But yeah, and then I moved into characters. I actually moved into Santas, and from there have since moved into characters and Santas both.
What's your favorite caricature to carve? Is it a Santa or?
My favorite caricature has got to be, I'm really intrigued with the hillbillies. There's so much caricature in them, and there's so much you can do with them. I really am intrigued with them. Santas are great. I mean, you can do a Santa doing about anything. I've done Santas doing engineer Santas with an engineer hat. I've done cowboy Santa. So you can just about do anything with a Santa. I'm in the process of now, somebody has ordered a judge Santa, so I'm in the process of kind of get that worked out. So, but yeah, I'm very partial to Santas, but I really enjoy my characters. I enjoy my time away from Santas.
How long have you been carving until you first started to compete?
I started competing. I started in '84 and didn't start competing until we moved down here. We moved down here in '95, and I had about a 2-year layout, so probably '98 is when I really started competing in a competition level.
What have you ever competed at a national level show?
I've done the Congress in Davenport. I do the Caricature Cards of America every year. '07 I did the Santa carving contest sponsored by Wood Carving Illustrated and was the grand prize winner in that. So yeah, I've done a few national shows.
Do you teach classes?
I've started teaching this year. I've had a couple of clubs here in the area that's wanted to do classes, and it has kind of given me some special orders, and that's where the golf ball cage come from. That's where a couple of my ornaments have come from. People wanting to do classes, and so I just kind of made up they give me a subject, and I make a class carving out of that.
Do people mainly come to your facility, or do you go around the country to different carving clubs as well?
I do it both ways, and I prefer to do it here at my shop because I have everything here. I have all my sharpening systems here. I'm really set up to do classes here, so I prefer to do it here, but I have went to the club's facilities too.
What's the name of your website?
CarvingVideos.com.
Can people order carvings, things like that, Christmas ornaments from the website?
Yeah, they can look on the website. Some of the items have sold on them, and even though they have sold, that still can redo them. That doesn't mean I can't do it. So I've had people call me and ask me about the item that has marked sold, and I'll just carve another one for them. It's not identical, but it's pretty cool.
Do you offer roughouts for sale on your website?
Yes, I do. I have one Christmas ornament that I offer. It's an old world style Santa. I have a Santa bust that I offer. I have a golf ball cage that I offer, and I'm in the process of doing a Civil War bust that I have a club that wants to do a class on. So they've given me a subject, and it's a Civil War bust, so I'm going to do a rough out of that. I prefer to teach from rough outs, especially in a 2-day class. It's just a lot quicker to get to the detail, and that's what most people are interested in. So that's why I prefer to do rough outs in classes.